Are you a smart person like smart things? Maybe you have a smart home, or maybe it's dumb, but you want to make it smarter. Well, it's a good thing you stopped by because we got the smartest smart lock on the planet today. Yep, it'll help you keep creeps out like this. Creepy creeper. Not only that, it has all the bells and whistles that you could ever ask for. Is that a built-in door chime? Why, yes it is. In today's video, I will show you all of the coolest features that the LOCKLY Smart Door Lock Video Recording Door Lock has to offer. And if you stick around through the whole video, I'll even show you how to install it. But first, let me give you some background on all of the smart home technology that I tried to install when it came to video surveillance. 5 years ago, I bought the first generation Ring doorbell. Lasted me 2 years. Bummer. After that, went with the Ring Pro. Lasted me 2 years. Replaced that with the Nest doorbell. That was junk right out of the box. See, the thing was, I really wanted some video surveillance on my front porch, so that's when I seen the LOCKLY. Now here's the thing, if you have a home, an office, whatever, I really wanted to bring this to the site because I think it might help a lot of people. Check out this dude on the front of the box, a little creepy. Never seen anybody so happy to be caught on camera. So this lock will work with Alexa, it'll work with your Google. It's the Bluetooth, not to mention it's pretty, looks real nice like, but that's the box, and everything you need comes in the box. Well, except for the phone and everything. You'll even get a little Wi-Fi monitor right here, which I'll show you how to set up as well. Now you get the fingerprint technology, and I will tell you, it's great. It has you put your finger up against it 6 times, so it makes sure that it registers a bunch of different ways, so you're not struggling to try to get in. You know, especially if you got the creeper coming at you. I'm sorry, I just don't trust them. Now you also have an old-fashioned key system right here if you want to use that. It comes with 2 keys and it's protected against the elements. Or you could use the very large keypad up on front, all digital, to put in your special code. Now what's cool about this is that it changes all the time, so you'll never leave your fingerprints in the same spot. Now if somebody tries to tamper with your door, puts the wrong fingerprint on, the wrong passcode, it will alert you as well. You can even set this up to lock automatically once that door shuts. If you want to shut that feature off, you can even turn on the auto lock feature if you want. So once that door closes, it'll lock. If you want that off, just flip the switch. Now, you do have a phone app as well. It's the LOCKLY app. Very, very easy to use. Look at that creeper. The highest resolution you are going to get is 720p. You're not going to get the 1080. But that being said, because this runs off of all batteries, which we'll get to later, that's probably a good thing. Now the app tells you everything you need to know and allows you to do so many different things. It'll tell you if your door is unlocked, if it's open, if it's locked. It'll even tell you when it was open or locked or tampered with. It's completely free. You do not have to have a service to do this like you would on the Ring doorbell. And what's cool is that Wi-Fi hub that I showed you, well, it has an SDS card that stores all of that information for you. You can go to the home screen, you can go through all of your setup right here once you install the app. This is where you can give permanent passcodes, you can let guests in, you can unlock the door at certain times, lock the door at certain times. You even got the one-time key codes that you can do. You set up all your fingerprints through here. This is where you get the video. Everything is stored. Yes, you can talk from person to person. So if somebody's at your door, they hit the doorbell, it'll alert your phone. You can talk to them. They can talk right back at you. If you wanted to unlock the door for that person, you can do that right from your phone. Here is all of your other settings, very simple to do. And again, you can add different users to that. This is your log right here, tells you exactly what happened at that door. If you are 500 miles away and you want to lock something, lock it. If you want to unlock it, lock it. You can still talk to whoever you want from 1,000 miles away and you'll still get the same quality. Now, when this starts recording, it's going to record and video broadcast on a lower resolution. You can bump that up to the 720 if you want, but here's the thing. It takes 6 AA batteries. It's not rechargeable. You can't plug this thing in or have it running off a low voltage. You have to run it by the batteries. That's probably the only downside about this unit. That said, you can do everything you can do with a video doorbell unit and more because this actually protects the house, not only with surveillance, but it's an actual deadbolt, a very heavy deadbolt, by the way. Everything's reinforced with this. Yes, you can put it outside even if the sun's hitting it. They have tinters or visors you can throw on it, but I have not had any issues with it, and it faces the sun pretty much all day long. If you put in a wrong code, if you put in the wrong numbers, if you put in the wrong fingerprint, it will alert you immediately and it'll shut it down. You'll also get a rubber seal going around the front and the back of this unit. Keeps that moisture out. Don't have to worry about getting any water in there. They also come in different finishes, so if you don't want that brushed nickel look, fine, go with something darker, go with something lighter, whatever pleases you. Yes, it'll work with Android and your iOS devices. If you want, yes, you can upload it to a cloud service. It's just all around very, very cool. It works great, and as far as it goes with install, let's talk about that right now. The first thing we need to do is take out that old deadbolt. We are going to make this very simple for you. It's gonna be real nice like, so just get rid of it however you have to do it. Take a hammer or whatever. I don't suggest that, but just unscrew what you have to unscrew and get rid of the stuff. Now, if you already have the hole there, fine. If you don't, they give you a template to put your own hole in. We're gonna take the box, we're gonna open it up, we're gonna find out what's inside of this bad boy. Now, when you get this, you're gonna see a lot of different boxes in another box. Don't freak out, I'm telling you, it's simple, we'll get through it. Okay, so open them up. Spread them out real neat. Don't lose any screws. Check this out. That's the faceplate. Man, that thing is really nice and shiny. I like shiny. All right, let's see what goodies are inside. Oh, there's the deadbolt. Some screws in there. Don't lose that. You're going to need it. Batteries. You got your Wi-Fi hub. Directions. Who needs those? All right, let's put the deadbolt in first. But here's the thing. Doesn't fit in my door, but don't worry about that. There's a little trick I'm going to show you. So right first, before we do anything, we're going to pick out the different strikes that we want, and that's going to be the one that's already on there, so we're not going to freak out. But you can see it does not fit. All you have to do is turn it a little bit. Let me show you how that's done. You see this right here? Well, you're thinking that you're going to turn it like that. Ain't going to work. You got to open up that deadbolt. So just get a screwdriver, open that up, and then you can turn and twist and all that fun stuff, and that will shorten it if you need to shorten it. If you want it longer, just twist it back. So now that that's perfect, we're gonna put that back in and we're gonna screw it in. Now I'm just gonna use the same old screws that I used to take out. But if you don't have screws because it's a brand new door, you didn't have a doorknob or whatever, they'll give you the hardware, so don't freak out. So now comes the faceplate. You wanna make sure that when you put this on, you put the wires in through first underneath, and then you just slide that in there like so, and it should be good to go. Now, I will tell you at first I was hesitant to put this thing in because I've dealt with others before. This is by far the easiest one I've ever assembled. So once you get that in there like that, it's time to put the back plate on. Now, if you want, there is a sticky pad underneath that will hold that door, but I don't want to secure it all right yet. So what I'm just going to do is get a little bit of tape after I line it up and just sort of tape it on like so, especially if you're working by yourself because nobody likes you. Now it's time for your back plate. What's cool about that? Again, the rubber seal going around the back and the sides will keep that moisture out. Even though it's on the inside, they still got it. That's cool. Now we're going to put that in like so, bring those wires through, and then just kind of crimp them down in that little area below. Yep, that's real nice like. This also has a double-sided tape attached to the back of this, but I'm just gonna throw a little bit of tape on myself because I'm not gonna use that yet. I just wanna line everything up, all right? And just an FYI, that yellow stuff right there, that's your double-sided tape. I'll tell you what, let's just put it on. I know you're getting anxious, all right? All right, now that you got that secured, well, push down on it a little bit. We're gonna put a couple bolts in here. You got two. Make sure that they are lined up with the other side, the faceplate, before you attach anything, because if not, those holes will be out of alignment and you will not be able to get those bolts in. Now all you gotta do is screw those in, blah, 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 blah. And once they're in, it will hold that extremely tightly to the door. Don't go crazy with it, you don't wanna suck it in, but yeah, make sure they're snug. Now from there, all you do is put that on, take that black part out. You'll have two more very small screws that you put into the back unit, and you're done. But then you're gonna notice there's this white thing sticking out of the back. Well, you gotta run it out the side, and what that is it's a connector, right? So if that connector breaks, it's telling you that the door is open, it's telling you that it's closed, it's being tampered with. Not a big fan of this. I wish that technology was on the inside, but nope, you can't. So if you have molding, you're gonna have to adjust a little bit, but don't worry, they give you a couple extra pieces like this. You can stick on the side of the door and bump that up a little bit. It's almost like a shim, and you'll get around it. But just make sure that you have the arrows pointing at each other and line them up. Now I know I told you there was two more screws. Let me just show you real quick where they go. Once you get that all installed and nice like, well, there's your two screws. You're just gonna put them in, one here and then one onto the right of that, and that's all you got to do, and that will hold that very securely to that base plate. Then all you got to do is put in your 6 AA batteries, which, yeah, that's a lot, but I'll tell you, they should last you a long time if you're not running that video constantly. I know I don't have that many visitors. Oh, so sad. And that's it. You're ready to hook this thing up. Throw your cover up on top, tighten that screw down. And what's nice about this is that a lot of the other locks I've had, even the one that I just took off, they were a nightmare trying to get to those batteries. Not this. You just take that screw off, lift that cover up, put new batteries in, close it again. So it works very, very well. Now they will tell you before you put that cover on in the instructions, which I did not read, you should hit that preset button, hold it down for a little bit before you put the last 2 batteries in, and then put the last 2 batteries in. It'll sort of like boot itself up and all that, but I didn't have any issues with it. All right, let's hook this bad boy up. You got your Wi-Fi unit right here. You got your SD card right in the back that comes with it, so don't freak out if you don't see it in the box. It's already there. You put your Ethernet cable right there like so. Internet cable, whatever, then you'll plug it in right there. That comes with it. Then you're going to take your prongs right here. You're going to throw that in the back like so, and that's going to have to plug in somewhere, so don't freak out. You know, you just got to keep the power going to it. I use the Le Google, so what I'm going to do is plug this right here in the back like so. You can do this on any Wi-Fi router or whatever you have, and that's it. Just tuck it away real nice like, plug it in, and it's ready to boot up. And this is where you download the LOCKLY app. It'll walk you through how to set everything up. I will give you a little hint though. If it's asking you for a barcode to scan, it is underneath your Wi-Fi box unit that I just showed you how to hook up. You're also going to get an ID card that you will need to punch in your serial number, your model number, all that good stuff. It is located on the top of the inside lid of your box. Do not throw that away. Hold on to it for all it's worth. Once you get your app downloaded, everything is a breeze. It'll walk you through everything you need to do. It'll allow you to invite people to, use it on their phone. You set up your fingerprints, your touch screen, your passcodes, all of that good stuff. It is just a fantastic lock. Now, here's the thing. Video quality, not the best, 720, but that's what you're gonna get on a lot of the other doorbell units. It's not 1080p, which I never found worked all that well anyway. They were more laggy than anything. Another issue that I have with the lock is that there's no motion detection. That said, I started thinking about it when I had my doorbell. Every time the kids would run in front of the house or I would mow the grass or whatever, it was constantly going off. So I'm sort of okay with that. If somebody pushes that button, it's gonna send off the chime, it's gonna alert you on the phone, and that's good. They'll even give you a couple stickers, metal plates actually, that you can put on the side of your house or on the front of the door that'll tell people to hit the ring button. Again, you got the 3 different modes of entry. You got the fingerprint, which I think works very good, a lot better than anything I've used like this. You got the keys, and then you also got the touchpad. The key's protected, so you don't have to worry about moisture getting in there. I like that. Very easy to turn that keypad on. Start pushing in your digits. It opens up immediately. You can see it very nicely, even in the sunlight. If somebody puts that code in wrong, you will get an alert on it. You'll even get an alert saying that the door was unlocked by whoever you put in there. So if you give a one-time code, somebody comes in your house, drops something off, or maybe it's a friend or a family member, it'll alert you that person was there, and then it will erase that code. The chime is actually pretty loud. I have this on the front door. I can hear it all the way back in the living room. No issues at all with that. That's pretty cool. As far as it goes with the use of the phone, the app, I think it works very well even when you're not at the house. As long as you have a good Wi-Fi connection, does a great job picking up and streaming that video. The voice, pretty clear. So if we're talking from the person on the porch to the person on the phone, you can hear exactly what they're saying. I also like that auto lock feature. When the door is open, it's not going to lock, but when it's closed, you can set it up for 15 seconds, a minute. It will lock all by itself, which is good because I'm always getting yelled at for not locking the door at night. I think it looks great. I think it works great. I'm very happy with it. Now, of course, we'll do a 1 year later review on this to see how it's held up, but I am super happy with it, with all the functions on the smart app and just how you can use it. And it's easy for the kids to get in now. They can use their own fingerprint. They can use their own code. They can use the key if they wanted to, but I just think they did a very good job on this lock, and I wanted to bring it to you. I want to know what you think. I hope this video helps you, but I'd love to hear your feedback. What do you think about this lock? Do you like it? Is there something that you don't like about it? Let me know in the comment section. Always love to hear what you have to say. Now, if this video helped you in any single way, please smash that like button. It's greatly appreciated. If you like videos like this, don't forget to get subscribed and hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. And with that, we'll be back with more videos soon.